Hello everyone. So I decided to do a what you need to know for the weekend, and this weekend is October 15th, Friday, that weekend. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do a little quick. I personally am feeling a little anxious, so I just feel like I need to do what calms me down and makes me happy. And hello, here's tarot. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start with Aries here and go from there. I have to learn how to edit so I can take that intro and just replace it on every single video instead of telling everybody every time. But so what do Aries need to know for this weekend? What do Aries need to know? We're also going to pull a couple of oracle cards from Angel Answers and from the Oracle of the Unicorns, because we know I love my unicorns. You see that? 7 of Chalices. That's a 7 of Cups. That's having lots of options. And as you can see here, she has lots of options. Her basket is full. It's got a whole bunch of fruits and vegetables, and yet there is more corn to pick. There's another apple. There are more tomatoes. So there are options. And 7 of Cups, that could talk about options. It could also talk about confusion. So I don't know. Maybe this is my energy. And so let's find out more. So what else does Aries need to know? If Aries is your planets would determine what it would be in relation to. Aries is my Venus, so this for me would be love. 6 of Swords. Things getting better. Look at the rainbow. This is when, things have been rather turbulent, but things are going to start calming down. And I would imagine that and like I said, I'm feeling frustrated, and there's definitely a bit of confusion going on for me in a few areas, and romance is definitely one. So this is so perfectly appropriate here. Aries. What else? So 7 of Cups, some confusion in some area of our lives. If you have Aries placements. 6 of Swords, things are going to be getting better. Okay, what else? What else for Aries about this weekend? 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands is a victory card. And it's funny I mentioned that it was about my Venus in my case, because if you notice, there is a commitment here. Look at this. Their wrists are tied together. So maybe for some of you, I imagine I'm not the only one that this is going to be for, but maybe there's a commitment coming. There's confusion being cleared up and a commitment. Now, tell us about this commitment. Tell us about, this commitment for Aries. 5 of Pentacles. So to me, it's in a commitment in a relationship that there seemed to be a void that you just couldn't seem to get past. 5 of Pentacles is feeling left out in the cold. So this could mean that this relationship is getting better. Whatever you seem like you just couldn't seem to get it, something's going to change, and that's why it's going to get better. See, look, they just can't seem to reach. It always makes me think of trying to share the sheets in bed. She's completely covered and she can barely cover anything. It's trying to find that happy medium. It is about balance, even though it's not the Justice card and it's not, a Libra card. It is, to me, a card of finding a happy medium, at least in this deck. Let's see here. Let's see. So, confusion, things getting better, a commitment in a relationship that you couldn't seem to find a balance. So, I want to know what changes. What changes in this relationship that makes things better? What changes? The Magician. What changes? Well, with the Magician coming out, Aries, I have to say, Aries changes. And it's not that you change, but that you can make something happen. I'm not saying control things, but I'm saying that you have a hand in this. And I find it interesting that there's a full moon in this card, because the full moon is the 20th, which is next Wednesday. So I don't know, this could mean that the change we actually feel, or the change that we exert, has something to do with how the moon is affecting us. So let's see. What does the Magician do? Let's see. I want to know what the action, what are we doing? You know, what is it that we're doing that things are going to get better? You know, it says the Magician, so I guess maybe it's for each one of us, it's going to be different. Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords, air sign, which I have air in my chart, most definitely. But the Knight of Swords, as far as I know, I always want to call him the Knight in Shining White Armor, but I don't believe that's how this deck looks at him. The Knight of Swords in this deck is quick-witted, loves to show off his cleverness, often sees the world in black and white, missing all the shades in between. You know what? I don't know. You know what changes? Seeing the gray. That's what this card is telling us. Because traditionally, this guy, he sees black and white, and I have to tell you, boy, this is me, Aries. I get it. It's very hard to see the shades of gray, especially in the way the world is right now. You know, we're either there's so many limitations. It's hard to just be, and I think that's why it's so hard to see gray right now. The sun, but look at that. If we open ourselves up to seeing the varying degrees of black and white, the shades of gray, the sun could be dealing with a Leo, could have Leo in your chart. I like that. So everything is going to come out better. You are going to be successful. I'm kind of curious to know who this person is that things are going to get better, this commitment. Is it, you know, because I've been doing it as if it was love and it was a commitment to a person, and finding a happy medium. So what are we committing to that's going to make us happy, that we have the ability to control, not control, but to have an effect on? Because the Magician is having an effect, knowing you have all the tools. So what is it? The Queen of Wands. Action. Queen of Wands. She's the I want what I want, and I'm going to go after and get it. And she's not apologetic. Passion. So I'm going to say this is action, and I think of Wands as fire, which is interesting because you are a fire sign. So the Queen of Wands. Let's see. Let's clarify that Queen of Wands, because this is what we're committing to. We are committing to the Queen of Wands. Tell me more about the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Swords. She is the no nonsense, I'm going to tell you the truth, and that's it. So could be dealing with a fire sign, you, Queen of Wands. And Queen of Swords, air sign qualities. So this could be you dealing with an air sign. Air signs being Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And you're at the same level. So maybe that's what this whole Magician card is that realizing that you are on the same playing ground, and that although there was confusion, you can find a happy medium, and you have the ability to have an effect on it. Sorry. A little jumpy sometimes. Okay. Anything else Aries needs to... you know what? I wanted to end this quick, but it's not going to happen, is it? Okay. Let's see. Let's stop with these cards because I don't feel it anymore with these. Things are getting better. We have an ability to have an effect on it. And the outcome is going to lead to commitment and the sun, which is seeing things clearly and happiness. Can't beat that. Okay, so that was the Angel Answer Oracle cards. I want you to think about what your question is at the end of the reading. I'm going to pick the Oracle of the Unicorns card first. Oracle of the Unicorn card for Aries. Aries, Oracle of the Unicorn card. Prosperity. A gift of money is on its way. Your income is increasing. Manage your finances with love. So, somebody apparently needs to know. Oh, manage your finances with love. Maybe there's a little bit of combination in here. Maybe what you're really doing is making peace with what you want, figuring out where you want to go. And maybe, could be that the Queen of Swords has more to do with something analytical. Maybe you're making peace and committing to writing something or publishing something. And, or the gift of money. There's so many different ways you could take that. Take it as it applies, but prosperity is always an improvement and a growth. So it doesn't have to be money necessarily, because you can be prosperous in life in general if you have a happy family. So let's see. What's your question, Aries? Think about your question. I'm going to pick up an answer card right here. Okay, I'm going to think of my question too. Okay. Recovery. I kind of think that's kind of appropriate, don't you? Because after all this confusion, there definitely will be some recovery. So maybe that's what this is in relation to you. So thank you so much for being here, Aries. I really appreciate you doing this with me, staying with me, being patient, and I will be uploading as soon as I can. So thank you. Really appreciate you. Don't forget, give me a thumbs up, share, like, and subscribe. Bye, Aries.